I do not face much of the challenge. As I was here, I was exposed to like hydraulics, electrohydraulics, and we had to do various types of circuits just like they are on the machineries. So it's not much of a difficult as I'm working in the field now. My name is Dennis Simfukwe, graduate of Heavy Equipment Engineering Technologist, under batch 4. Currently working for Hitachi Construction Machinery, working as artisan mechanic technologist, Lumwana Mine in Kalumbila District. In the Copper Belt, there are lots of mines. And where I used to stay, or where I grew up from, we used to stay just nearby Sandvik. And a lot of elder people from my neighborhood used to work for that company. So I gained interest and I made a decision that I would want to do a course that maybe in the future I would want to do a course whereby like I'm working in an OEM, like original manufacturing company, just like it is for Hitachi. Hitachi is a multinational company that deals with both mining and construction equipment. For it, rebuilds, make them, and as well as repair them or remanufacture them. My experience has been so great and wonderful, whereby like I started with Breman section before I worked for Kansanshi, and now I'm working for Lumwana. The people there, they are eager to teach you what you're supposed to learn in the industry, and they are so welcoming. And you'd find out whereby like if you don't know certain things, they'll give you the right procedures and how to go about it. At the moment, I would say they are up to standard. As it is that I do not face much of the challenge. As I was here, I was exposed to like hydraulics, electrohydraulics, and we had to do various types of circuits just like they are on the machineries. So it's not much of a difficult as I'm working in the field now. When Zamita came in, we even had to have time to go for tours like Kansanshi. Others used to go for Hitachi in Lusaka. For us who had a chance, we had to go to Lumwana. So before I could even actually start working for Hitachi, I was already exposed to the machineries which can be found for Hitachi and Liba and other machineries for mobile equipment. Mostly on the electrical part. Okay, I didn't know much on the electrical part, but when Zamita came in, we used to have like whereby like a lecturer create a fault for you guys. And then like individually, you're supposed to work that out and make sure that everything's just working out properly like it should be. And in the industry now, there comes a time whereby like you're working on the machine and maybe just a solenoid which isn't clean. So the machine isn't running properly like it's supposed to. But when I undergo the breakdown procedures, I could find out that as just much time as I do what's necessary for me to do, you'd find out that the machine will be back in production. It's when I'm working on a machine that was like on a breakdown for a long time, and as I just focus myself on an effort on that machine, okay, let's do this, let's try this out, let's do that, and the machine happens to get back on production. I really do enjoy that. Like what I've learned is that especially on the Hitachi parts, they emphasize much on high quality safety precautions. So there came a time whereby like, I would say way back, maybe even when I'm just lifting just a simple thing, maybe when lifting I would use my back, but only because I had to go on certain trainings with them and much emphasis about them on safety. I know what I'm supposed to do, and even where I come from or where I do stay, even when I see my younger brother is doing the wrong thing when lifting up something, I would give the very person like, oh, you should go about this in a certain way whereby like you don't affect your back in the near future or something like that. Okay, that depends on effort. I would say I would give advice for a male and a female, just any career, so long as they put in much effort and they are consistent about what they want. So just any would be okay with me, so long as the passion is there for the very thing they want to choose. No, I do disagree with that. It's for both sakes. Back then when I was working for Itachi Riemann section, we have a female by the name of Tandiwe Banda. I used to work with her under the same section. So there came certain challenges whereby like she was actually the same person who was teaching me maybe like how to use a ball gauge, how to measure gears using a ball gauge. She was the one who was teaching me that. So like what I would say is that whether male or female, you can do it so long as just put much interest in it. The first thing I would advise them is that as they enter into the industry, they should learn how to be humble. There are people in the industry whereby like so long as you humble yourself, they are going to teach you everything. And they are going to show you how everything is done. But when you put yourself up there, you'll find out that a person knows something and you are facing a challenge and you'll just see you just like that, you see, without helping you out. And again, I would urge them, at least they should be eager to learn. As you know, this machinery do change just like in a fast way, you know. So like it is like we are moving from engines to machines which will be using just electricity. So these machineries will be phased out. So if they are not eager to learn according to what will be transferred to, you'll find out that they might be behind. But if they are eager to learn, they'll be moving up to standard as well as knowing what's going on. Okay, Zamita is a really great project, and I love the fact that even the people that I just used to see, maybe just a nearby village who couldn't sponsor themselves, at least is taking up the interest whereby like it takes them back to school without paying anything but it's paying for them.